And I want to just add to that real fast before we begin to close out, is that a strong argument, if you guys do want to go look into a lot of the chemicals and how they affect people, a strong argument could be made that, a reason why a lot of these quote unquote liberals are crazy is because they've been, chemically assaulted. They can't process information. They're emotionally unstable. And as a teacher too, not only that, but just seeing all these young kids as young as 4 and 5 being put on psychotropic drugs to control their behavior. Imagine getting started on that stuff when you're 4 or 5, and how that affects you. It's just unbelievable. So diseases, okay, solutions, the wall, fund the wall. What is it? Fundthewall.org. What is it?
Fundthewall.org. It's their parent. It was there the other day. I just learned about them. They gave me this flag.
Okay, Fund the Wall. Push that. Any other solutions you think we should close out with? Anybody?
Deport.
Straight to the point with it.
Yeah, I agree. I was gonna say that. Yeah, I mean, you should kick them out.
I also think though, it's only gonna fly for a certain amount. To a certain degree, because there are a lot of people, they just deport like everybody, it's gonna be war.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people's families and friends are intertwined and stuff. And because a lot of these people, especially on the left, what I'm seeing is they don't think things through on a very visceral, elementary level. In their mind, it's like, oh, you're taking my friends away. You're taking my, so it's gonna be, and I think, anyway, go on. Go on.
Oh, I was gonna say, I think that maybe a zero tolerance type of thing. I think Trump was saying this when he was running, when it comes to the Muslims, if they have a relative that they know is plotting something and they don't say anything, to send them all back, stuff like that. Just those kind of things, like a zero tolerance type of policy. You just if they're covering for other people, other criminals, they're just kind of letting it. Yeah, and then people hiring people who are criminals, because they'll hire them under the table because they're perverts or sex offenders and they're illegals and they can't get a job. So for people like that, harsher punishments for people that hire people like that, like the illegal sex offenders and things like that.
Mine simply is in November, just go out there and vote for all the, whatever policy you rock with the most, because you really got a lot of resistance at your neck, everybody's neck right now. So just get out and vote. Really show up. This midterm is probably what most important midterm is, pretty much a lot of our lives, pretty much. So that's how I see it.
Y'all better vote on Democrat though.
Exactly. I wanted to throw that in there.
Democrat. Well, I really don't see anything wrong with saying what you want people to vote for and why. The left has no problem telling us what to do or saying what they want to feel. This symposium is named American and Unafraid because we're tired of being backed in a corner. We're tired of our messes being squashed or not fairly represented. And a lot of Americans are afraid to be, outspoken because they don't want to be branded as racist or attacked or anything like that. So, if you like your country, if you like this country, you see what's going, then I would, vote against socialism. Conservative Mexicans trying to market. I see his shirt. Shows your shirt.
Well, this is what I want. Who want to talk before I go? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I want to start closing out though. It's getting kind of late.
Sucks.
Socialism sucks.
All right. Yeah. Well, I want to talk about, all of us are sitting here right now, but, my big thing is, I want to come up. Well, I have solutions to come up to help the homeless people, because people don't realize, okay, we're sitting up here on, doing a video, but as we're doing a video, people are dying. And if somebody is telling you and repeatedly and keeps telling you people are dying, your own Black race is dying, your Black people, that your grandmas, your grandpas out there that are homeless on Skid Row in wheelchairs with cast on, with skin diseases. These are the people that we need to help right now. They don't have time for an election. They don't have time. They can't even walk to a voting booth. They don't even know how they're going to eat the next day. They can't even keep a meal cold or, you know, hot rather. They can't. They're living with rats. These are the people that I am trying to reach out and help, who are Americans. Okay, as everybody's sitting up there in their little bubble of worlds, we got our own American people dying on the street that nobody gives a damn about, because they want to sit up there and you know, mark them as bad people. These are human beings. These are American people. They didn't migrate from another country. They're from this country, and their ancestors is from this country. As we sit up here and we talk back and forth and talk to one another, we got our own people dying. So I have asked for people to donate. If you don't want to donate, well, guess what? Get some buses, get whoever you need to get, come out here to California or any other sanctuary state and help your fellow Americans that are being treated like dogs and are dying left and right. What about all these girls that are being raped? They talk about Me Too. What about all these girls that are homeless, young adults, girls? Because I had a girl come up to me and ask me, can you please help me find a place to stay tonight so I won't get raped tonight? When you have people coming up to you, talking to you and asking you questions like that, and I see these American people just sitting back, not doing nothing. All they doing is talk, 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 talk. And I'm getting people to approach me. Can you please help me? Can you please help me? In Maxine Waters district, I go out there. We got our middle-aged women, black women, coming out of the McDonald's from washing her whole body. One black middle-aged lady, she said, welcome to my car. This is where I live at. These are American black people and white people that are homeless on the street. And I don't see nobody trying to step up to the plate and help your fellow Americans. Okay, so we only can do so much. But if you want to help, people need to start bringing more awareness to this, to come help your people that are suffering and dying now. Okay, their last breath could be us doing this video. Somebody just died. Okay, that's how serious. You put yourself in those people's shoes. You live outside 7 days a week, 365 days a year in 100-degree weather. And they want to call somebody crazy. You become a product of your environment. So whatever people can do to help come together, to help get our own people off the street and have, you know, they're just children. They're children, not only adults. These are children going to school homeless. How can they, and living in poverty, you know, dodging bullets? How can the children get a proper education in that type of environment? How can you go to school, you living in a tent and having rats coming in and out of your tent? People sit up here and, you know, this is what infuriates me. Everybody want to sit up here and talk, and we need to do this, and nobody's doing anything as our people die off. And a woman like myself and a couple others, we go down in there in the trenches to, you know, try to talk to these people and try to save them. I tell them, look, y'all, I'm doing the best I can. I'm fighting for y'all. I'm trying to get help. You know, nobody's helping. So I'm reaching out of the United States. But, you know, as, you know, the elderly people, oh, I got stabbed last night. Such and such just buried her son. You know, and then these people, as far as, you know, the drugs and stuff here in the United States, black people didn't bring in those drugs into the United States, or black people didn't bring in those drugs down on Skid Row. Okay, them drugs are being brought down there for a reason, to kill off. It's a form of genocide. And as everybody sits back and they just allow this to happen and worry about other people that are here illegally, instead of worrying about the people that are here, that are Americans, that are from this country, to try to help them and take care of them. If you can't come to California, you can get some buses and you can load up these people, this homeless people, and ship them to another area of the United States. If you had the money to do that and have proper housing for these American people, get up off your butt, come get some of these people off the street here in California and give them proper housing. Give the children proper housing before you try to start taking care of other people from other countries. This is what I have been focusing on, because we only have one life on earth. Okay, we're only here one time. And if we sit up here and let our own people die off, we just as hypocritical as the next one. And we know good and well that these people are dying. So this is my big point, that, you know, people need to realize these are our American people. And then there was also a situation where organ harvesting. You know, there's morticians, black morticians that are coming on talking about they're tired of seeing the black people's family members come into the mortuary with no organs. Okay, because we're not even checking to see if our family members, all their body parts are attached when they getting killed. Okay, morticians is saying that black people aren't even focusing on their own people, where they, you know, their organs are removed and don't even know it during a funeral. This is what's going on, and the blacks need to, you know, start coming together, okay, as Black Americans, the descendants of chattel slaves, okay, and the 1866 Civil Rights Act was made specifically for Black chattel slaves, not no LGBT and not no illegal immigrants coming from another country. That was enacted by Abraham Lincoln back in 1866 for the descendants of chattel slaves, and we sit there and let this happen to our own people and take care of other people from another country as your own people, American people, black, white, green, or purple. You're American, and you let your own people die. This is what we need to come together and do in unity, come together and love one another as Americans, because we only got one country. That's it. Because if something happens to America, where are our children gonna go? Where are we gonna go? Where are we gonna go? We're not even helping take care of one another. That is all designed for a reason, for us to go against one another and attack our federal government. So, and we got to help one another and help our people, and that starts by coming together and doing more stuff, you know, like this. So I appreciate it. We doing a video like this, because this is what it takes.
Yeah, and you know, it's not. Everybody has different lives, different schedules and stuff. So if you can't do video, donate to somebody that's doing video. Donate to somebody like I keep messing your name up, Kayla. I'm sorry.
Kayla telling the truth.
Yeah, Kayla or somebody else. You know, if you don't have the time, maybe you're busy. I don't have the time to go out and talk to people and do stuff at the moment, but donate to somebody who is, or share videos, or give them support. Something, you know what I mean? Like it takes all time. Yeah, talk about it. Try and change people's minds. You know, I mean, there are different things that we can all do on different levels if we can't go out and be as active, you know, and if we're scared to show our faces and make videos, you know, you can support people that are doing the same. Anything else? I want to wrap this up. Anybody else? The
links are, everybody's link on the panel is right below, just by the way.
Okay.
YouTube and Facebook.
And then if could you change them later if somebody wants to add some of their links? If they're like, if they see the links, they're like, hey, could you add this link?
Oh yeah.
Could you? Okay, so just email me and I'll email Uber guy to put them on there. Anybody else?
Yeah, I wanted to touch up with one last thing that you had told me you wanted me to talk about. There are groups, and we were talking about how could you kneel for the flag? How could you sit here and disrespect our country? In California, you guys have to realize, according to a lot of the Latinos, this is their land. You guys stole it from them. So they already have the belief that this is their land. They don't care about the American flag. They don't care about Donald Trump. As a matter of fact, when Donald Trump came to California, I tried to go to his rally. There was trucks, Mexican flags everywhere, people bumping F Donald Trump. In California, Latinos have been emboldened to defy ICE, defy the police, and the Democrats are more than happy to let them do whatever they want, because at the end of the day, all they really care about is the voting. And what she just said about not going out there and helping people who are homeless, I always say this all the time in my videos. If you're truly conservative, if you're truly for low taxation, what you should be doing is spending your money on nonprofits, helping out the homeless, anything that the left's going to try to offer, you have to try to offer that through the free market. And there was one group, there's two groups that I've seen locally. One is called Mi Gente, and they actually have a tour called Chinga la Migra. It means F the Border Patrol. and I reported them to YouTube because I got a little irritated at the fact that their videos are on there. I got my live stream capabilities taken off because I said F Black Lives Matter. So if we don't want to have this double standard politics, then that should be taken down as well. But also, there's another one called La Raza Unida, and they put a sign saying they have an actual hashtag go back to Europe. So it doesn't matter what color of your skin you are. If you're white, if you're Latino, if you're black, and you're Republican or conservative, they're going to call you a white supremacist or a Nazi sympathizer. So when it comes down to solutions, we need the wall. Because in my opinion, the wall is America saying no mas. Like, we're done taking care of Mexico's problems. Because once again, if you're not from California, you don't know how bad it is. And I've gone to a lot of these rallies. They will sit there and say hashtag abolish ICE, and that this is stolen land and we're not going anywhere. You guys are the real illegals. And they firmly believe that. And the politicians, the media, the local papers, they know these people are out there, but it all ties into their liberal agenda of just having open borders, bigger governments, and then eventually it's just going to go further east. It's going to go from California, and it's going to go like that. It's already happened in New York, but it'll be California, New York, and then just the rest of the country. Because to them, they don't owe any allegiance to us at all, because this is their land. And you're seeing a lot of it more in Texas, but according to them, Texas, California, Nevada, New Mexico, and Utah, it's all stolen land. So whatever they have to do, if it means taking welfare, government assistance, voting illegally, they're going to do it because look up La Reconquista, the takeover. And that's the agenda.